Hello, hello, and welcome to my journey segment. So this is a segment that I'll be sharing with you on a daily basis about my journey. So you get to know me a little bit more, and you get to know my journey. How I ended up working. Uh, having my online business. Being an entrepreneur. So, the topic for today is the moment I realized I needed a change and why this journey takes time. So, it doesn't happen overnight. So, that's what I'm going to be talking today. I'll try to keep it short. I love to talk, but I'll try to not to talk too much to not keep it so long. So, hi everyone. So, my name is Sandy for those who doesn't know me. And today I want to share the exact moment I realized something had to change in my life. And also remind you that nothing about this journey happened overnight. Okay, it takes time. So, as many of you who has been following me, for the last past 2 years, you know that I spent 25 years in the film industry. It was my dream job since I was a little girl. That's what I dreamt to one day, to work in the movie industry, and that dream came reality. Um, but to be able to work in the film industry, I had to work hard. Okay, to be part of that film industry union. So over the years, that dream started taking more from me than it gave back. So as I got older, I started to realize, that um, I was working long hours. Okay. There was the unpredictable schedule. So I didn't have any fixed schedules. And also, the unpredictability of the industry for several reasons. Sometimes our industry gets affected. And, that's why um we have to look for work if to be able, because when we don't work we don't get paid. Okay, so those are one of the things. And also, seeing my parents age while I wasn't around, because most of the time, usually, I will leave before them. And when I will come back, they were already sleeping. So I didn't really get to spend time with them. And on the weekend, I was trying to catch, like, resting for one day and then catch it with my chores for the next one. So um I wasn't around as much as I wish. And also, I missed some family moments, at the time, my nieces and nephew were here. I didn't get to spend that much time, as I would have liked to spend during those times. So there was one moment when I was sitting in my production office. I remember clearly, you get one of those moments where you feel tired, you feel burnout, and that thought came to my mind, if I don't make a change, nothing will change. I needed to find something that will allow me to make money, but without trading me time for money, without me sacrificing my health, without me sacrificing my family, my aging parents. So that realization hit me hard. Okay. Because I wanted a life where I wasn't just working, but actually living it, a life with time freedom, purpose, stability, a life where I could take care of my parents, travel and explore and grow. But, here's the truth: I didn't know how, I didn't have a plan. I just knew my heart was asking for something different. And so one day, 5 years prior, before I found this online business opportunity, I was scrolling through YouTube, trying to find ways to find another way to make money, and to be able to leave my industry. And then I saw those digital nomads and I said, well, I would love to have that kind of life, where I can travel and have my business that comes with me, that portability of the business. But like I didn't, sorry, I didn't have a plan and I didn't know how to do that. Okay, so I kept working for 5 more years. And it wasn't until the year 2023, during our, I think it started like the beginning of our summertime or late spring. That's when there was a setback in our industry, and that setback lasted for the entire year. So by mid-July, that's when I started to see, this going for the long run. So I decided to search for other ways to be able to have a plan B. Okay, because I couldn't rely on my industry, because I'm getting older, and now, I'm okay. But what if this happens, which will happen for sure later on when I'm older? So I needed to build that backup plan. So I got lucky, and I was able to found this online business that I run today. It wasn't a magical overnight success, okay? It was a starting point. It was a door opening. Um, but what made me take the leap was that it aligned with what I had been searching for. I was looking for flexibility. I was looking for portability, like I mentioned before, because I love to travel. I was looking for a step by step training system because, if you're going for something new, you need to have the knowledge, right? And mentorship because it will guide you, someone who will guide you so you're not lost trying to figure out on your own. And a supportive community that I was surprised to have found this in this online business. I was really grateful. And the other one was a real way to build something long term, not just short term. So, but let me be honest, okay? This didn't this didn't transform, my life in a week or in a month. It took time, it took consistency, it took showing up even when I didn't know everything. And I'm continue building this business, okay? I know it works because I've seen the results in my online business community from friends, when I just started my journey, and now, they're successful. So just keep showing up, keep being consistent, and then I'm getting closer to be able to have a better financial stability that I'm looking for. But the beauty is, you don't need to be perfect. Okay, you just need to be committed. Okay, you need to be open minded. You need to be coachable, and then willing to learn. Those are the things that I would recommend for someone from my experience. um, so here is the message for you. If you're at a point in your life where you're craving change, don't rush it, okay? Change doesn't happen with one click. And that's one of the things that I learned. Because I was planning to do the things fast, and I said, okay, I'm gonna have the results really fast, but that doesn't happen that way, okay? Um, it happens by taking one small step, then another, and then another. Okay. So if you want something different, you have to be willing to build it slowly, steadily, with guidance, with community, and with patience. Yeah, patience is the key here. So that's how real lasting freedom is created. It's not an overnight success, but over time success. Okay. So if you're curious, you heard my story that I share. If you're curious about the path that I chose and you want to explore what's possible for you, you can visit my website, www.sandytoempowerlives.com. I'm gonna put it in the comments, or you can watch the free webinar. Actually, we do have a free webinar today, and I'm gonna be one of the panelists. So I'm gonna be sharing my story tonight. So um, you can watch my story, and you can watch the other members of our community who are also going to be sharing the story. And also you will learn, how our online business plan works. So it won't give you overnight results. I just want to make that clear, but it will give you the clarity, the education, and a real plan to build something meaningful for your future. So like I mentioned, if you want to learn more, you can register in my website that I'm going to put in the comments, or you can put in the comments more info or send me a private message, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So that's it for today. Hopefully it didn't take too long. And so I'll come by tomorrow with sharing another segment of my journey in this online business entrepreneurship. So thank you, everyone. God bless you all, and have a blessed Tuesday and a blessed rest of the week. Bye, everyone.